भुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तमलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्लोक 10 रजस्तमश्चाभिभूय सत्त्वं भवति भारत। रजः सत्त्वं तमश्चैव तमः सत्त्वं रजस्तथा। In this shloka, Bhagavan explains when the sattva does its function, when the sattva becomes capable of producing its effect, and when the rajas and tamas are able to produce their specific effect, it is mentioned here. The prakriti consists of all the three gunas. Therefore, even the effect of prakriti is a composite of the three gunas. Even our mind consists of all the three gunas. Our mind, our senses, our body, everything consists of all the three gunas. Now, when does a particular guna becomes capable of producing its effect? A particular guna becomes capable of producing its effect when it overpowers the other two gunas. In other words, when it becomes a dominant and the other gunas are suppressed. Like, for example, in the antahkarana, in the mind, even though all three gunas are there, when sattva becomes predominant, the other gunas, they become dormant, they lose their importance, they are overpowered. Then sattva is predominant, and then you can see the qualities of sattva in the antahkarana. You can see the functions of sattva in the antahkarana. Then the antahkarana becomes capable of knowing, becomes interested in jnana, in knowledge, becomes interested in subtle things, etc. Likewise, when the rajas becomes predominant, you can see more activities, more restlessness, etc. So it is being told now, रजस्तमश्च abhibhuya sattvam bhavati Bharata. हे भारत, ओ भारत, ओ अर्जुन, सत्वम रजः तमः च abhibhuya bhavati. Here sattvam is prathama vibhakti, 1-1. Rajaha and Tamaha are Dvitiya Vibhakti. Sattvam, Rajaha, Tamaha cha abhibhuya. By overpowering Rajas and Tamas, Sattvam bhavati. Sattva becomes predominant. Sattva starts showing its effects. Likewise, Rajaha Sattvam Tamaschaiva. The Anvaya is Rajaha Sattvam Tamaha cha eva abhibhuya bhavati. Rajas. Rajaha is in Prathama Vibhakti because it is the Karta. Rajaha Sattvam Tamaha cha eva abhibhuya. Here Sattvam and Tamaha are in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Abhibhuya, by overpowering Sattvam and Tamaha, bhavati, becomes predominant, does its function. Tamaha Sattvam Rajastatha, tatha, likewise. Tamaha, Tamaha is in Prathama Vibhakti. Sattvam Rajaha cha abhibhuya bhavati. By overpowering Sattva and Rajas, Tamas does its function. Tamas becomes predominant. Yeah. See the Bhashya. Uktam karyam kada kurvanti gunaha iti uchyate. Gunaha uktam karyam kada kurvanti. The karya of the three gunas are stated. The karyas are stated from shloka 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. In these four shlokas, the function of each guna, the effect of each guna was stated. So that is Uktam Karyam, the Karya which is told in the previous four shlokas. Gunaha kada kurvanti. When do the gunas do these Karya? They are able to do these gunas when they are predominant. Iti uchyate. This is being told. Rajaha tamaha cha ubhau api abhibhuya. Yeah, we'll read. Rajaha tamaha cha ubhau api abhibhuya sattvam bhavati udbhavati vardhate yada tada labdhatmakam sattvam swakaryam jnanasukhadi आरभते हे भारत रजः तमः च उभौ अपि अभिभूय. By overpowering these two, rajaha and tamaha, ubhau api, both of them, sattvam bhavati. So yada should be connected first. Yada sattvam rajaha tamaha cha ubhau api abhibhuya bhavati. Bhavati is equal to udbhavati, rises up. Here bhavati is udbhavati, rises up. Sattva rises up. Means vardhate, it grows, it becomes predominant. tada labdhatmakam sattvam. Then the sattva becomes a labdhatmaka. It has become predominant. It has gained its form. Sattva has gained its form. Then swakaryam jnana sukhadi arabhati. Then it produces its effect in the form of jnana, sukha, etc. Jnana sukhadi arabhati. Tatha rajogunah sattvam tamascha eva ubhau api abhibhuya vardhate yada tada karma trishnadi swakaryam arabhate. Tatha, likewise, rajoguna, even the rajoguna, sattvam tamascha eva, how api abhibhuya, by overpowering the other two. What are they? Sattva and tamas. Vardhate yada, yada vardhate, when it grows, when it becomes predominant. Tada, then karma trishnadi swakaryam, its karya, its effect in the form of karma, trishna, etc. Actions, desire, asanga, adi, it means asanga, attachment, etc. Arabhati. Tama akhyo gunaha sattvam rajascha ubhau api abhibhuya tathaiva vardhate yada tada jnanavarnadi swakaryam arabhate. Likewise, tatha eva, in the same manner, yada, when tama-akhyo gunaha, the guna called tamas, sattvam rajascha ubhau abhibhuya, by overpowering the other two, that is sattvam and rajaha, these two, ubhau api abhibhuya, yada vardhati, when it grows, when it becomes predominant, tada, then jnanavaranadi swakaryam arabhati, then it produces its result, jnanavarana, covering the knowledge, etc. Jnanavarana, etc. means covering the knowledge, etc., which is the effect of tamas, alasyam, laziness, etc. It produces. Shloka 11. Sarva-dvaresu dehesmin prakasa upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivrddham sattvamityuta. Now, Bhagavan is stating certain indications. The indications to know when the sattva has become predominant. Yada asmin dehe, when In this body, sarva-dvaresu prakasah upajayate. Prakasah jnanam upajayate. Prakasha, illumination happens in all the dwaras of the body. Dwara means indriya. In all the indriyas of the body, there is a jnana, prakasha. So here prakasha itself is called jnana. Sorry, jnana itself is called prakasha. That is why prakasha is later on mentioned as jnanam. Means the indriyas become efficient to know things properly. It happens when the sattva is predominant. Tada sattvam vivrddham iti vidyat. Iti uta vidyat. Tada, then sattvam vivrddham. Sattva has become vivruddha. Sattva has become predominant. Iti uta vidyat. One should understand so. Yada, let's read the Bhashya. Yada yogunaha udbhuto bhavati tada tasya kim lingam iti uchyate. Yada yogunaha udbhuto bhavati. When which guna becomes predominant, tada tasya kim lingam, then what is the linga of that? Linga means indication. What is the indication of the udbhava of a particular guna, the predominance of a particular guna? Iti uchyate. This is being stated. Sarva-dvaresu atmanah upalabdhidvarani श्रोत्रादीनि सर्वाणि करणानि तेषु सर्वद्वारेषु अंतःकरणस्य बुद्धेः वृत्तिः प्रकाशः देहे अस्मिन् उपजायते तदेव ज्ञानम् यदा एवं प्रकाशः ज्ञानाख्यः उपजायते तदा ज्ञानप्रकाशेन लिंगेन विद्यात् विवृद्धम् उद्भूतम् सत्वम् इति उत अपि. यदा सर्वद्वारेषु, Bhashyakara is explaining this word. Atmanah upalabdhidvarani shotradini sarvani karanani. Atmanah upalabdhidvarani. The gates of perception, the ways of perception for the Atma, for the individual. are Shotradini Sarvani Karanani, are various Karanas, Indriyas, Shotra, etc. Shotra, etc. are the Indriyas. They are Upalabdhidvarani. They are the means of perception. Therefore, they are called Dvarani. Teshu sarva-dvaresu. They are called sarva-dvara. All the senses. Through these dvaras, means through these indriyas, antahkaranasya buddhehe vrittihi prakasah. Prakasah. The prakasha is explained. Prakasha does not mean the physical light. Prakasha is equal to jnanam. Knowledge is the prakasha. What is the prakasha? What is the jnanam? Antahkaranasya buddhehe vrittihi. Antahkarana means buddhi. Antahkaranasya is equal to buddhi. Its vritti, its modification. Jnana is a buddhi vritti, a modification in the buddhi. And it arises through the senses. For example, when I see something, when I see an object, a modification corresponding to the object is produced in my mind. When I see a pot, tada, through the eyesight, through the visual perception, a modification corresponding to the ghata happens in my antahkarana. It is called ghatakara vritti and it is a jnana. So prakasah asmin dehe, in this body. So asmin dehe sarva-dvaresu. Asmin dehe should be connected with sarva-dvaresu. In this body, in all the dwaras. In all the dwaras which are there in the body. Upajayate. So prakasah upajayate. Prakasha arises. Tadeva jnanam. The prakasha is nothing but jnanam. In the Moola, second line, jnanam is told. Jnanam is nothing but prakasha. Prakasha is nothing but jnana here. And it is nothing but antahkarana vritti. Yada evam prakasha jnanakhyah upajayate. When such prakasha, which is called jnana, upajayate, arises, tada, then jnana prakashena lingena, on account of the linga, the indication, which is in the form of jnana prakasha, vidyat vivrddham udbhutam sattvam iti. Sattvam vivrddham. Vivrddham means udbhutam. Sattva has risen. Sattva has become predominant. Iti. There is uta. Uta is equal to api. Api shabda. And Anandagiri. This api shabda is explained by Anandagiri as atishayartha. Api stands for atishaya. Atishayena udbhutam. means sattva has become very much predominant. This can be understood. So, according to Anandagiri, api shabda is atishayartha. Uta is equal to api, means atishayaha, atishayena ityarthaha. And then there is another Vyakhyan, which is called Bhashyottarsha Deepika. According to Bhashyottarsha Deepika, apyarthakaha utashabdaha sukhadilinga samuchayarthaha. Bhashyottarsha Deepika does not take apishabda to mean atishaya. Instead, he says api means samuchayartha, also, and. Where does this and connect? Jnanam api, jnana and. Then other things should be included, like sukha, jnana, sukha. Even when the sukha happens, even then sattva is predominant. So jnana is not the only indication. Even other indications are there, like sukha and peace. You are very peaceful. You are very happy within you. Even then, sattva is predominant. It is indicated by uta. Shloka 12. Lobha pravrittirarambha karmanamasamaspraha rajasyetani jayante vivrddhe bharatarshapha. Now the indications of rajas. He Bharatarshapha, O Bharatarshapha, Arjuna, Lobhaha means greed, Pravrittihi, action, Arambhaha, Pravritti and Arambha. They seem to be seem to be having the same meaning. But if we give the same meaning for these two, Pravritti means action, Arambha also means action, then it will be a dvirukti, a repetition, and repetition will be redundant. Therefore, we have to make a distinction between these two. Therefore, Bhashyakara says, Pravrittihi means samanya cheshta, any general activity, any activity which is generally done is called pravritti, like walking, etc. Arambhaha, karmanam arambhaha, karmanam arambhaha is the anvaya. Means engagement in karmas, performance of actions. Here karma stands for action done for a particular purpose. action done to fulfill a particular desire is karmanam arambha. The previous one is not action done for a particular desire. It is action done because of some restlessness. Like I want to do something, I want to walk. When the people are restless, you can see this very much in children. They will just beat hands and legs. Why? It is pravritti. Because there is rajas at that time. Rajas has increased. Then they will start jumping, beating hands, legs, etc. So, pravrittihi means a cheshta. It is not done for fulfilling a purpose. An expression of the restlessness. Whereas arambha is karmanam arambha, performance of karma to accomplish certain end. Ashamaha, ashamaha means ashanti. The mind does not experience quietude. Why? Because it is turbulent with many emotions. Ashamaha and spriha, desire. Etani, these qualities, rajasi vivrddhe jayante. They are born when rajas is predominant. Bhashya, rajasaha udbhutasya idam chihnam lobhaha paradravyaditsa pravrittihi pravartanam samanya cheshta arambha udyamaha kasya karmanam ashamaha anupashamaha हर्षरागादि प्रवृत्ति स्पृहा सर्वसामान्य वस्तु विषया तृष्णा रजसि गुणे विवृद्धे एतानि लिंगानि जायन्ते हे भरतर्षभ रजसः उद्भूतस्य इदं चिह्नं. This is the chinha, the indication of the predominance of rajas. Udbhuta rajas. Udbhuta rajas means the predominant rajas. For that, this is chinnam, indication. Lingam or chinnam means indication. Lobhaha. See, we have to make a distinction between lobhaha and spriha. Spriha means desire. Lobhaha means greed. What is greed? Paradravyaditsa. Bhashyakara is defining lobha as the desire to get others' wealth, others' belonging. Paradravya, somebody else's dravya, money, wealth, belonging. Aditsa, adatum ichha, the desire to receive, desire to take, आदातुम इच्छा आदित्सा, आ उपसर्ग दा धातु सन. Then there is a pratyaya. San plus a becomes aditsa. First san pratyaya is added, then a krit pratyaya under strilinga stri prakar under stri krit prakarana striyam tin. Under that there is an a pratyaya. Since it is strilinga, it will take a top afterwards. Then it becomes aditsa. आदातुम इच्छा आदित्सा, परद्रव्यस्य आदित्स परद्रव्यस्य आदित्सा परद्रव्यादित्सा. The desire to get somebody else's possession, belonging, is called lobha. Pravrittihi pravartanam. Pravritti is equal to pravartanam, activity. Means samanya cheshta, any common activity. General activity. Not necessarily for a particular goal. Just when rajas is predominant, they cannot sit quiet. Something has to be done, some talking, this, that. So that is samanya cheshta. Then arambhaha. Arambhaha is equal to udyamaha. Udyamaha means engaging with effort, performing with specific effort, action with the specific effort. Kasya arambhaha, performance of what? Karmanam. Karmanam arambhaha. So by putting a question, kasya, Bhashyakara has connected karmanam with arambhaha. Sometimes, in order to connect a following word, Bhashyakara raises a question. Like here, arambhaha is mentioned. Arambhaha means doing. Doing of what? Karmanam. That is how he has connected karmanam with arambhaha. Otherwise, one may think karmanam should be connected with ashama. Karmanam ashamaha. Even that connection is possible. But Bhashyakara is connecting karmanam with arambhaha. So, performance of actions means performance of actions for a particular result. काम्यानि निषिद्धानि च लौकिकानि कर्माणि विषयत्वेन निर्दिशति. So kamya karma and nishiddha karmas, laukikani karma. So kamya karma, which is shastrokta, and nishiddha karma, which is also prohibited, which is prohibited by the shastra. Performance of such karma is called arambha, karmanam arambha. Ashamaha is equal to anupashamaha, absence of upashama, absence of quietude of what bhashyantah karanam. Anandagiri says bhashyantah karananam iti sheshah, bhashyakarana as well as antahkarana, both don't become quiet. The indriyas don't become quiet, mind also does not become quiet. There is turbulence in both. How harsha ragadi pravrittihi? Because there is harsha ragadi pravrittihi. There is engagement in harsha, elation, raga, desire, etc. Therefore, there is turbulence in mind as well as senses. Spruha, sarvasamanya vastu vishaya trishna. Here, spruha is equal to trishna, desire. Trishna literally means craving, thirst. Here it means desire. So, even lobha is a trishna. Lobha is a kind of trishna, a desire for others' wealth. Therefore, in order to distinguish trishna, in order to distinguish spruha from lobha, Bhashyakara gives the object of desire. Here, sarvasamanya vastu vishaya trishna, the desire for sarvasamanya vastu, objects that are common for all. Objects that are common for all. If the desire is for somebody else's belonging, then it is called lobha. If I want your phone, it is lobha. But if I want the phone which is in the shop, the phone which is in the shop, it is sarvasamanya. Sarvasamanya means anybody can take it, means anybody can buy it legitimately by giving money. Then it is spruha. So sarvasamanya vastu vishaya trishna, the desire for objects that is sarvasamanya, that is common for all, is called trishna. Rajasi gune vivrddhe, when rajoguna has become vivruddha, has become predominant, etani lingani jayante, these lingas arise. He Bharatarshava. Shloka 13. Aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha tamasyetani jayante vivrddhe kuru nandana. Now the indications of tamoguna. हे कुरुनंदन, ओ कुरुनंदन अर्जुन, अप्रकाशः. Aprakasha means lack of knowledge. Knowledge does not take place. Apravrittihi, absence of activity. The person remains inactive. Pramadaha, omission. He does not do what has to be done. Moha evacha, and mohaha, delusion. Etani, these qualities. Tamasi vivrddhe jayante. They arise when tamas is predominant. Bhashya aprakasah avivekah atyantam apravrittischa pravrityabhavah tat karyam pramadah moha evacha अविवेकः मूढ़ता इत्यर्थः तमसि गुणे विवृद्धे एतानि लिंगानि जायन्ते हे कुरुनंदन अप्रकाशः is equal to अविवेकः अत्यंतम अत्यंतम अविवेकः. See, there is all another aviveka. Moha also is called aviveka. Here aprakasha is also aviveka. So how to distinguish between the two? One is atyantam avivekaha, absolute aviveka. Absolute aviveka means absolutely knowledge does not take place, because the tamas does not allow the knowledge to take place. That is why when some people hear Vedanta, no knowledge takes place. Nothing is understood. So it is atyantam avivekaha. Whereas mohaha is avivekaha, which is mudhata. Moha is also aviveka, but it is mudhata, delusion. Moha means some knowledge is happening, but the knowledge is a confusion. It is not a proper knowledge. Some other people will say, yes, I have understood. What have you understood? All confusion. No clarity. All wrong understanding. So no understanding is aprakasha. Wrong understanding is moha. See, apravrittischa pravritya bhavaha. Apravritti means pravritya bhava. Absence of pravritti. He does not move at all. You may tell 100 times, but the person does not move. Tat karyam pramadaha. Pramada is the karya of apravritti. So, on account of not acting, not taking initiative, what happens? Pramada happens. Omission happens. Means what has to be done does not get done. It is pramada. Moha evacha, and also moha. Moha is equal to avivekaha, mudhata ityarthaha, delusion, confusion. Tamasi gune vivrddhe, when the tamo guna becomes predominant, etani lingani jayante, these lingas, these indications arise. He Kurunandana, Shloka 14, Yada sattve pravriddhetu pralayam yati dehabhrit tadotamavidan lokan amalan pratipadyate. Yada, when, yeah, now that lingas are over, the indications are already told. When each guna is predominant, how to know? The indications are told. Now Bhagavan is talking about the effect when, suppose, sattva, rajas or tamas, any of these three qualities are predominant at the time of death, then what happens? The course taken by a jiva after death is determined by which guna is predominant at the time of death. This is one point. And later on, adding to this point, Krishna will also say that to have a particular guna predominant at the point of death, during one's lifetime, one should do the karmas associated with that particular guna. For example, if you do sattvika karma for the major part of your life, at the time of death, sattva will be predominant in the mind. If sattva is predominant at the time of death, even the course taken after death will also be sattvika. One may get a sattvika janma after death. And the same applies to rajas and tamas also. So this is being told in the next few shlokas. means three shlokas, next three shlokas, and also, yeah, 18 up to 18. Five, you can take five shlokas. See, yada, when sattve pravriddhe, when the sattva is predominant, dehabhrit pralayam yati, dehabhrit, one who has a deha, deham vibharti iti dehabhrit, one who holds a body is called dehabhrit, means jiva. Dehabhrit means jiva, an individual. Pralayam yati, attains pralaya, means dies, attains death when sattva is predominant. Sattva is predominant means the mind is sattvika, and there is a sattvika thought at the time of death. That is why Anandagiri later on says bhavanam phalam. Now Krishna is talking about the phala of bhava. What bhava is predominant in the mind at the time of death. Depending on that, these phalas are told. So there is a sattvika bhava. Sattvika tendencies are predominant in the mind at the time of death. Tada, then uttamavidam amalan lokan pratipadyate, then the jiva, the individual, attains the loka of uttamavidam, uttamavit, uttamam vetti iti uttamavit, one who knows the uttama is called uttamavit. And the Vyakhyanakara say Uttamavit means, sorry, uh, Bhashyakara says, we will see that later on, who Uttamavit is according to Bhashya. So Uttamavit means one who knows the higher principles like Hiranyagarbha or Ishvara and meditates on Hiranyagarbha or Ishvara. That kind of people are called Uttamavit. Amalan Lokan. Amala means pure, free from impurity. That kind of loka, pratipadyate, he attains. See the Bhashya. Maranadvarena api yat phalam prapyate tadapi sangaraga hetukam sarvam gaunameva iti darshayan aha. We will continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Yeah. Okay. Namaste. Uh, uh, yeah.